Welcome back to Healing with Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy.
Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back.
Welcome back.
It's your boy DJ B. Lee, coming from the 614, repping that O, no matter what the zip code, on the Tattoo Shop Radio. You did? I know you could.
Welcome to Healing with Miss Peggy. Autumn's way through. Autumn's way through. Autumn's way through. Autumn's way through.
Welcome back. Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that.
Hello, hello, and welcome. I am Miss Peg, and we are healing through Autumn's way through. We just are. I want to welcome everyone. Thank y'all, as always, everyone that joins us every Tuesday night. We are here doing what we do. This is our third year talking about addiction, but we have been on the street for the last 8 years. We lost Autumn April the 10th, 2012, due to heroin fentanyl overdose. Since then, addiction, overdose is alarming. It's 100,000 people that we have lost due to addiction and due to overdose. It is the world, and I said the world's largest death rate is from addiction. 100,000 people. That is a lot of people from our beautiful United States. Through addiction, through the loss of family members, it has touched every family, everyone, anyone that knows someone they have lost through addiction or that is struggling with addiction. Here at Autumn's Way, we're here to let people know you're not alone. You're not alone through your struggle. We have tons and tons of numbers and resources and rehabs and beautiful, beautiful outreach programs here in Columbus, Ohio. It is, again, addiction, the causes of addiction. We talk about a lot of things here at Autumn's Way, as y'all know. And again, this is a community platform. This platform is for any and everyone that is going through addiction. We let everyone know you're not alone. We have, like I said, thousands of numbers to help. And we just want you to know, if you don't have insurance, that's okay. We have help for you. If you're tired of being tired, just know that there's help available. So know that you're not alone. And today we have a beautiful, beautiful lady. Again, we are from Columbus, Ohio. Thank you, DJ B Lethal, LLR, Linda's Legacy, Ohio Radios, for everything that you do and for having the platforms that we are here to be able to do what we do. Today, I am so honored. We are honored and blessed to have a beautiful young lady. Her name is Miss Ashley Patton, and she is with us. She is going to share some beautiful, wonderful information with us, and we are just welcome you, and we thank you.
Hi, Peggy.
Hello, Miss Ashley.
I just want to say thank you for having me on. And I know it's probably been, it's may feel like a while, but I just want to say I'm so sorry for your daughter.
Thank you so much. This year will be 12 years. Her birthday is this month, March the 23rd. So thank you so much.
Yeah. And I can share a little bit of my story and kind of how I got brought into doing what I'm doing now, if that's okay.
Yes, sweetie, we would love to hear any and everything that you want to share with us, because we know letting people know that they're just not alone, and they relate because they have been through it, and that's what we do, just doing what we do.
Yeah, well, thank you, Peggy, for giving me the opportunity. Do you mind if I pray?
Oh, please do, sweetheart. That is, we need prayer every day. So many people are lost. So, yes, sweetie, do what you do. And
Okay.
yes.
All right, Father, Lord, I just want to say thank you, Lord, for the opportunity, God. And I want to pray over Peggy and the radio ministry. Lord, I pray, God, that you just give them what they need. Lord, give Peggy comfort in times of grief, Lord. And I just pray over this session, Lord, at the radio station today, God, that you help me to get out the way, Lord, and you give me what you want me to say, because truly, God, it is a testimony that I'm here, Lord, and that you've pulled me from the darkness. And so, God, I just want to give you glory, Lord. I pray that you lead me and you guide me, Father. And Lord, I just want to say thank you. Lord, I also want to pray over our city, God. There are so many lost women out there, Father. And I pray, God, you know the ones that you're going to pull out. You know the ones that want to come out and the ones that don't. And I pray, Father, that you do it for them, God. I pray that you pull them out and you place them where they need to be. Preserve and protect their life, God, until you do it, Father. We thank you, Lord. We love you, God, and we ask all of this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. Thank you
Okay,
so
so
much, my sweetheart. I felt that. Thank you for your
yeah,
presence, and just thank you.
yes. So my name's Ashley. I'm from Columbus. I grew up and was born and raised on the west side of Columbus, and I'm 38 years old now. I was 33 when the Lord pulled me off the streets and just changed my whole life. I prior to going in, I went into a faith-based program in April 2018, and prior to that, I had tried a lot of programs. I was in and out of Mary Haven and Talbot Hall and the Abbess House. I was there a couple times, and so I was trying to get a hold and control of this thing called addiction. And I couldn't do it. I mean, I tried it in every form and fashion and different scenarios and circumstances, and I just wasn't
Mhm.
the one that could use just a little bit. I used a lot, and I didn't know how to stop. So, with God's grace and His mercy, towards the end of my addiction, I picked up crack and heroin, and that really led my body to just kind of deteriorating. I was in and out of the hospital with infections, blood infections, and everything just kind of came crashing down. And so, when He brought me to this program, I went into a program called the Refuge. I just was tired, and I think that I was willing and ready for somebody to help me. And so when I went in, I did 19 months at this program, and within the first 6 months, I had realized that He had delivered me from the drugs. And really, it wasn't just the drugs that He had delivered me from; He had delivered me from the lifestyle of all of it. So I just no longer had
Yes,
the.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
there's a couple ladies that I do speak with, and they are on the street of Sullivan.
Hmm.
I go and talk with them, um, and that's what they said. You know, it's the lifestyle. I asked one lady, um, begging her basically, please get help. You know, this is a places that can help you. And she said, it just truly broke my heart, and I didn't know what to say to her.
Right.
She told me, she said, you don't understand. She said, I'm not just addicted to the drugs. She said, I'm addicted to the lifestyle, and I don't know how
Right.
to quit. And I
That's
said,
right.
sweetie, maybe, counseling, a life coach. And we are so happy. I am happy to say on this day, she is in Portsmouth, Ohio. She is doing well. She has been there for over a year, and she is in the Portsmouth Counseling Center. They have a great program there as well. But it was just, she had sent a message, and she said, thanks for not giving up on me. Thank you for always just giving me that information. She's like, I just picked up the phone one day. She said, I was just so broken. I was so hungry. She said, I was
Mm-hmm.
cold and I was so tired of just being out here sleeping on this, empty, abandoned house porch that she said, I just thought I didn't have anyone. I just thought really no one really cared. And she's like, in the back of my head, when I was just going through my messages, I seen that number. And she said, I just called. And she said, they came and picked me up. And, but it was her choice that she decided, she was tired, and just had been through so much and just been beaten and battered and abused. And, just thank goodness, she just absolutely realized that she had to really do something because she had overdosed, was in the hospital. And, now this drug out now is xylazine. And
Okay.
this drug, Narcan, is not bringing people back.
Right.
It's just not.
Yeah.
So do you
Yeah.
have any words or ladies that, or maybe men and women that are out there in the cycle of full blown addiction? Is there something that um, maybe I know that we could offer them help, but is there something that you just want to send a special message maybe to them?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think it's kind of twofold, not really to them, but for the people that are standing on the outside trying to help. I would encourage prayer. I would encourage people to start praying for these men and these women because God can do things that we can't do. And what has to happen is they have to come to a place where they're done. And so, unfortunately, in this, sometimes, they lose their lives. And it has to, I believe in prayer. And if we can kind of come together on a united front and just begin to pray for our city and for these men and women that are lost, they're really lost. I think that would be one. And for the men and women that are out there, I think the only thing I would say is I'm recognizing that, our addiction just doesn't affect us. It's affecting a lot of other people. And sometimes
Yes,
that, yeah, and so sometimes that can help us to take our eyes off of what's going on with us and begin to start to see what is happening. What are we doing? What are our choices? And how are they affecting, those people? And sometimes that
yes,
can be a huge eye opener.
it is, and it's, we have talked here on Autumn's Way about how powerful that these drugs are. When we're mothers, even and fathers, when when this drug, absolutely, when a mother is hiding or a father is hiding in the bathroom and they're doing drugs and they're doing everything they can to hide it. But then when the child sees that, I have children that call me as well, Miss Ashley, and they see their parents or dozed out. We have children that are calling 911 because their parents have overdosed. It's alarming, and that's what the message we're putting out. This drugs right now are so alarming. It is so dangerous that it's taking people's lives, and it is affecting the whole family. DJ B Lethal, he has a show here on this network, uh, on couples therapy on Friday night, and it's his show is bringing, it's couples therapy is the name of the show. And the message there is put the kids to bed and the couples as a family unit. We have children that are raising parents because the parents are so in full blown addiction. The parents are not alert. They are not in a mother or father relationship. They are being taken care of by kids. And that's what we're saying, that right now these drugs are so bad that, with the hopes of like radio shows like DJ B Lethal's doing, shows like Autumn's Way, shows like Miss America Cole has, um, talking about addiction, bringing awareness to mental health, everything that we talk about is in the families. When there's a family breakdown, um, children start maybe doing drugs, or start with maybe stealing a beer out of the refrigerator or something. uh, Maybe stealing a joint out of their parents, whatever. They start experimenting. Then they're out with their friends and they're snorting lines of cocaine. They're doing this, they're doing that. And then if there's any mental health issue, if it's not diagnosed, that person may be caught up, and we lose them into addiction. And then they may go out, start breaking in, robbing, doing all kinds of other things. And that's when we are just losing too many at an alarming rate. So,
Yeah.
anything that we do offer people, any hope that's on the street.
Yeah. I would encourage too, for anybody that's out there, it's going to be very tough to make any decisions while you're in this state. Go to a detox, get to any place that you can just to get your head clear. Once you get there and you get your mind and your head a little clearer, then you can begin to really grab a hold of, okay, maybe I do need long term. Maybe I just need 6 months, whatever you think that you need. But I know for me, it was really hard for me to see clearly when I was in all of that and kind of making those choices. It was just, it was very hopeless.
And you say you've been clean for how long now?
This April 2nd of this year will be 6 years.
6 years. That is amazing. Um, Bless you for everything that you're doing. Um, when you were in addiction, um, a lot of people, we do ask and we talk about it. Um, do you know when and how it started and why it started? And then we'll go to how and when you got help. But how and where did you know that you were in addiction? And um, where did that go with that?
Yeah, so I started using drugs at 12. I was 12 years old and just kind of got into some pain medication, and the the spiral just kind of took after that. The medication and the pills led to just relationships and crazy relationships, and then I started using alcohol at the age of 18, and within a 4 year time span, I had got 5 DUIs. So that began the process of like the criminal system, where I just began to come in and out of the workhouse, and so kind of going into all of that. You just kind of adapt, to what's happening. And I started using harder medication, Adderall, and those things, and then towards the end, I just got to a place where I was super defeated. I lost my son, custody of my son. It was probably 4 years before I got help. So my parents had him for a good chunk of his life. And so I got into crack and heroin, and that lasted for about 3 years. Um, but then I think just through that, my body just couldn't go anymore. I still had a kind of jump inside of me to not be done, but I really believe God's grace, and His mercy just kind of was over my life, because my body couldn't no longer survive anymore. And that's when I found my way to the faith-based program in April 2018.
The And you said something about Adderall. You were how did that come about?
I started getting prescribed that from a doctor in Columbus. And that probably what I realized is I was using that and meth at the same time, and they were very similar to each other. I just, it was kind of like, well, why am I going to, why am I going to go up to this doctor that's all the way up north, and sit in this doctor's office to get this
Hmm.
medication that I can just kind of get right off the street. It was the same. It really did kind of do the same thing to me, the meth and the Adderall.
And that's, yes. Um, there has been a few mothers that's been here, uh, and that's another thing that we talk about, is diagnosis and misdiagnosis. Do you think that um, your doctor gave you enough time while you was with his visit? Or do you think that you were misdiagnosed and that fathered your addiction? Or what do you think about that?
I think I kind of went in knowing what I needed to say to get what I wanted, and he really didn't give me any trouble. I kind of had, in my mind what to say as far as like my symptoms, and so I went in knowing what I was, wanting to come out with, and he didn't give me any trouble. So it was just not too hard of a process.
And wow, you've just been through so much. And so you've been clean now for 6 years. Um, while you was there in addiction, uh, like I said, I know you've been through a lot. Is there anything that you would want to share about your addiction when you was out there, anything that you want to share that you would want people to know about how bad it can really get out there?
Yeah, I think that kind of when you stay out for so long, there's a lot of titles and things that people kind of they take these things and they say, oh, you're a prostitute and you're homeless, and all of that. But really, those men and women out there are somebody's sons and daughters. And I think us as the people wanting to help and wanting to make some sort of change, we got to start looking at it like that. Other than looking at it like, there's no hope, or they're worthless, or and I think that could make a huge difference for not just them, but for us being able to kind of give grace and really and be effective when trying to help them navigate. What is it that they want to do? Where can we get them to? Who can we get them to that could help? That just kind of helps, I think, all the way around, is looking at it from that perspective versus then, really titling, oh, they're a prostitute or a drug addict or whatever. Because we all have our things, and really it's all sin. It really is. And
Hmm.
so none of us are, any better than the other. And I just think sometimes that when we look at, these men and women, we're looking at it the wrong way.
Yes, I absolutely agree with you a million percent. And that's why we are here. We are definitely letting people know that addiction does not define the person. And that's why Autumn's Way, that's basically why I started Autumn's Way, was to change what people thought about people in addiction. Because I knew who my daughter was. I knew who she was. And I know that she wasn't just an addict. She wasn't just what people assumed an addict was. And I knew that something had to be said. And people like you, Miss Ashley, that, have lived through this terrible addiction, that is here to be able to help in the hopes of saving other people's lives. And that's why we're here, and that's why we do this every Tuesday, is the hopes of just giving somebody a hope, a chance, a glimmer. If people have hope, you can save a life if they just have some hope. When people think they have nothing, we lose more people.
Right. Right. Yep. I believe that.
So your program, do you think that now, since you've been clean for 6 years, do you think that um, jail or prison, do you think those places, when people come out of those institutions, do you think that they are doing everything that they can to help people in the roads to recovery or to get back out to be in society? Is that more on the person, or is that the person that is broken, they're asking for help, they have, um, where do you think that we are standing in a community as help, as people getting help or not getting as much help as they need when they get out?
Yeah, I don't know if I can fully speak to that because the last time that I was at the workhouse, the Franklin County Jail, that was 6 to 7 years ago, and there was no real process when getting out. And actually, when I would get released, it was just kind of trying to get a ride from another inmate. And so then I would just, the whole cycle would start again, getting out west and just kind of doing my thing. But I have heard recently that they may have implemented some sort of system to kind of help in that. But again, I think that, it does come down to the person, and are they wanting help? Are they wanting, and they know that they need to change? And I do think that there could be more resources as far as like getting inside of the jails and the different places. But I believe that if the girl wants it bad enough, they'll know who to contact and get help if they really want that. The program that I work for, we've had a few women leave Franklin County and even Fairfield County, and we'll go pick them up from the jail and then bring them into the program. And so the ladies in the pods, they know our phone number. We have money on the ministry phone where they can call, they can ask for prayer. And some of them, they're just not ready for a program. So maybe it looks a little different. They're not trying to come into the residential, but maybe they're trying to just get support when they do leave. And so we've offered that to them, but I will tell you that we haven't had any grab a hold of that support and really utilize that. So I really believe it comes down to the woman and even the man. What is it that they want for their life, and do they want to change?
Oh, I was muted. We are just trying to figure out any and all ways possible to help give, all the information that we possibly can, in every aspect of addiction, in any rehab information that we can pass along, in the hopes of someone just saying, hey, I can't do this anymore. I really need to call this rehab. I just can't be out here anymore. Um, you know, um, I know that y'all have a great, great program. Um, you want to talk about that? What y'all are doing? What y'all have started? What y'all are been working on for this past little bit? I know that's very exciting.
Yeah, I can speak to that a little bit. So I went through the residential program at the refuge, and I was there for 19 months. And what I realized in that program is, for one, that God can change people. He's the only one that has the power to give a new mind and a new heart. And so I was really bought in really quickly to knowing that my relationship with Christ was going to be the top priority for me. That was going to be the thing that kept me. So while I was going through this program, for one, I realized, there's a lot of women that are still out there and that may never know that God does heal and He does deliver. And so, hey, the Lord really put it on my heart to want to help women. And so when I went through that program, I started to see a transformation happen inside my son. And this was not anything that, I had intentionally did, because again, I was in a residential program just walking out, the next right thing. And so just by me doing that, even not in his life fully, God was beginning to touch my son and change him. And so my son began to transform, and really he went from this kid that was shy and quiet to having this like whole different personality. And the Lord just began to kind of heal our relationship. And so we began to think, there was me and a few other women that I was walking with at the time. We had known at that time that there are a lot of places that are individualized for the woman, where they'll pull them off the street, they'll help them get clean, but then what about that back end? How do you serve women holistically? And so a few of us just kind of got together and started brainstorming and said, okay, if we've been doing this, for some time and some years, and we were to create something, what would it look like? And so we started just building a residential program. And so we come up with a program that is a 12-month residential program, a faith-based program. After the 12-month residential, they have the option of transitional, which is open-ended. And that program is called the Covering. We really believe, and for one, women haven't a covering. Women are a little different than men, and they do need that. They need protected and kind of tucked under for a little longer. And so we also know that this isn't a quick fix. This is something that we have to begin to help them walk out, and with the hope through the Lord that they will want this, and this will be a long lasting thing for them. So after they go through the 12-month residential, they have the option to choose our transitional program, and that's where they get their kids back. And so we begin to teach them how to live as a family while being in a family. So we have two homes. Well, I'm sorry, we have three homes. We have two homes in Chillicothe. So when the women first come in, they'll go to that home for a majority of the 12-month residential. And then if they choose transitional, they'll come over to the 13-bedroom home in Circleville, Ohio. And so when they come over to the transitional program, that's where we'll begin to really help them and teach them motherhood. So it looks different for each woman. For a girl that's struggled with addiction for a couple years, or maybe not at all, versus a girl that's struggled with addiction for 30 or 40 years. That ended process, that transitional process, is going to look a lot different. So another thing that's a little unique about our program is we're not doing this in a hospital or a detox or any type of facility. We run our program in homes. And so we begin to teach the women how to run their own home, and we do it in a family. A lot of the staff on the Covering, they live at the transitional house. And so we really walk alongside these women, allowing them to come into our lives and showing them what this looks like, not just telling them like, this is what you have to do and this is how it works, but really showing them and kind of holding their hand and how to do that, and supporting them when the children come. Because when the children come into the mother's world after being on drugs for so long or going through the residential program, that piece is a whole additional program in itself. You really have to get with them in the messy part, and walk with them and support them and love them through whatever challenges they may have for motherhood. So again, it looks different for each woman, but that's kind of everything in a nutshell. You do not need insurance to come into the program. The program, you kind of pay your way. We don't charge anything for the first 60 days. And then when you begin to work, you'll pay a portion to program fees. So there's a lot of benefits and a lot of hope inside the program. And the Lord is here, and we believe that He's going to do the work inside of the women.
Or you probably met the mute button again, Miss Peggy.
Okay. Yes, I'm just talking away. Yes, sir. Oh, wow. Miss Ashley, that is an amazing program. We just need more of those programs out here. There's a lot of mothers that are, oh, wow, and fathers that are going, that don't have their children, and they're doing everything they can to get them back. So you're saying it's a 12 months residential program. Now, is that only just for women? Do you have men there as well? And I know it's basically mostly for the women, but y'all have, you say, 3 homes,
Yes. So
and
we
they
do
can
not have a,
live
yeah.
there. Resident.
Right. Yes. We do not have a men's program, but some of our children are boys. And so they do stay at the big house. The way the big house is set up, if we've got 13 bedrooms and we've got 2 levels. So the boys stay on the upstairs and they kind of have their own wing with their own bathroom. And there's 3 bedrooms back there. And then all the women stay downstairs. So,
That's
and
very
I was,
nice.
yeah, yeah, it's a wonderful setup. I really believe the Lord designed this house for us.
Yes, he did, because 13 bedrooms, I mean, you just don't find houses like that too much. You know what I mean? Like, unless they're specially built or something. But y'all, and say your program, again, y'all are in Circleville.
Yes, we are in Circleville, Pickaway County.
And can you please give out the phone number and how people can find you? Uh,
Yeah,
and
so anybody can call into the intake line, even if it's not for an intake. We've really been helping a lot of families too, just kind of navigate this situation. Like, what's it look like to have a conversation with their daughter? And so we've been helping with that. But anybody can call the phone number. It's 614-980-2824. And then if anybody is interested in a tour or maybe learning more, they're welcome to call that number, or they can email me at apatton@thecovering686.org.
also, we can come and do a tour. One day, I would love to come down very, very sooner than later. And I would love to just, you know, do another interview, come and do that way people can really see what it's about. A lot of people are scared to go to rehabs for one reason or the other, and we want to make it less more information, so that they're not scared when so they know what to expect. And uh, wow, your program is just amazing. Um, so how does it work when, so the kids so the families are living there,
Mhm.
they get up, school age kids, they go to school, how does, like,
Oh
how does
yeah.
that work? Yeah.
Yeah. So when they come into the residential program, a lot of women have lost their kids. They're in children's services, or the children are with family. And if that is not the case, if the mother does not have a secure place for the children, we are also partnered with another ministry. It's called My Village, and they have host families that'll take the children and they'll go into a home and um, they'll provide and just kind of be a family to that child while the mother is going through the residential program. And so after the mother completes the 12 months, we can bring the children to the transitional house, and they'll come here. They'll have a room. They'll have, access to whatever. We are a family. We do this together. But the children they'll attend Logan Elm School District, and it's a really awesome school. I will say this community and the school has just come around and supported us and loved us. And so it's really a unique opportunity for the women to get in such a school, an amazing school district, because it's a really well ran school. So the kids will start going to school, and then once summer kind of hits, we'll navigate through some resources on what that'll look like to kind of help for the summer. And but yeah, that's kind of how things roll.
Wow. Wow, that is amazing. uh, we are just so blessed and honored to have you, just being here with us, letting people know your journey, in the hopes to help other people. You are truly amazing at everything you are doing at the covering. Wow, it's just, I just can't wait to come to visit, to do a whole tour. And we're going to put that out here as well, so that people can see, you know, it's a home, you know, you can absolutely get off the streets and you can go home and be at a home. And that's our hopes with any and everyone that is struggling with addiction, that they go back home, that they find their home, that they find their self again.
Yeah,
Um,
it took a really long time for me to grasp what it looked like to be loved and what it looked like to really be a part of a family and to feel like something was my home again. It took a long time for me to really grasp that and believe that and step into that. And so I really want to encourage any women that if you decide to make the choice to live a different life wherever you may end up at, I really want to encourage you to stay long enough until you begin to believe those hopes for your life, because it takes some time. We have to really put into perspective what we've been through. If you've struggled with years and years of addiction, you're not just fighting that, you're fighting a lot more. And so you stay as long as it takes for your miracle to happen until you really begin to believe the good things for your life.
oh, Miss Patton, you are truly an amazing soul. We just need so much more resources. As you know, Air City, Circleville, Chillicothe, Columbus, um, our whole 614, our whole Ohio, up in Dayton, Cincinnati. It's just every city and state. The drugs are so bad. I mean, with programs like what y'all have done, the program y'all just opened, um, just thank y'all, thank y'all. Continue. I hope a million blessings come y'all way. Truly, with the work you're doing, uh, it's just so needed. So many people are so lost. And they do feel, like you said, people feel unloved, they feel unwanted, unwelcome. We talk about, we put out the suicide hotline number, which is 988. Anyone, I am not a professional, but we can get you a professional ASAP, like right now in this very moment. We can get you a professional at this moment. Please, please reach out. Please call 988 if you are struggling with any mental health issue at this moment. If you need a friend, if you need someone to talk with, you can always find me or on social media. But if you need someone, please reach out to the covering. Please call 614-980-2824. Please speak with Miss Ashley. They have a lot of programs to help as well. Uh,
Yeah, if
Miss
they call
Ashley,
us, if any women calls us and we're not a fit, I've got a running list of places that we will find a place for them to go.
oh, you're amazing. You are so amazing. Again, the transitional program, um, with everything that y'all offer there. Um, I just want to talk a little bit more about that because there's so many people that really have a hard time going into rehabs. Um, there's some people saying, that certain rehabs don't work for them, just because of maybe they smoke cigarettes, and they're like, well, I'm not doing the drugs, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Do you have any comforting or uplifting words, something that maybe you can give people hope in that aspect of, letting them know?
Yeah. Yeah. I think that everybody's journey is different. And I just want to encourage you to get somewhere, because those places, all those places that I went to, they just kind of prepared me for this place where I was just ready to put it all down. And those places also preserved my life until I was just ready to surrender it all. So I just want to encourage you, get somewhere, because it is very real. You are playing with death. And so get somewhere. Doesn't matter where you go, get somewhere.
Definitely. We encourage each and every one, if you are struggling with any addiction, any mental health issue, any domestic violence issue in your home, please reach out. Please reach out and get help. It's just vital because it is your life. Miss Ashley, again, can you let people know where they can find you, everything that y'all are doing in the covering, and just all your wonderful information of everything y'all are doing?
Yes. So you can call me at 614-980-2824. And you can also email me at patton, Patton, at thecovering686.org. And again, if you're a woman even thinking about maybe making the decision, call and we can talk through my program, or we can talk through another program. We'll kind of walk alongside this with each other, and just kind of gather what is it that you're looking for, and so we can kind of work through that together and find a place for you to go.
My lady, you are absolutely amazing, amazing, amazing. I get so excited when I hear about new rehabs and just new programs that offer any help, because so many people are affected by addiction or mental health. And with mental health, usually, you know, drug addiction sometimes goes hand in hand. If it's a misdiagnosis, people will sometimes turn to the street drugs. And right now, that is death. This Exelizone Narcan is not working. So we just are encouraging any and everyone that is struggling through anything. Please continue to reach out. Reach out. You're not alone.
Thank you, Peggy, for having us on. I appreciate it.
Miss Ashley, it's people, beautiful souls like you, that has absolutely came back to living and back to life. And what you're doing and what you're giving is, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little emotional, but you're giving life. You are absolutely giving life back. And that is our hopes here at Autumn's Way, that people stop bullying people, stop putting labels on people, because we all are one. We are the human race. We are one people. We all bleed red. Please, if you see someone that is struggling, we ask people to be safe. But please just stop and ask them, are they okay? Or call 911, call an ambulance. If you think someone is overdosed, call the squad, have the squad go check on them. Do that well check. Be that person. Do the well check on them. Miss Ashley, you and any and everyone at the covering, anyone that would like to come and be a part of Autumn's Way Through, anyone that wants to share a story, share their life story, in hopes to help other people, they're more than welcome to join us. We're here every Tuesday. We've been doing this for 3 years now with DJ B Lethal. I could not do this without DJ B Lethal. Again, I want to shout out to DJ B Lethal and LLR Linda's Legacy radio stations for everything that he has created in order for us to do what we do. We couldn't do this without DJ B Lethal doing what he does. Again, sir, we thank you for everything that you do, all these special moments and all this time, because that's all we have is right now in this moment. It is the time we have. We are passing through this earth. Please love the ones that you have a little longer. Please look at your babies a little bit longer. Put your phones down. When they say, hey, mom, can you look at this for a minute? Hey, dad, they just want you to see them in that moment. that moment's going to be gone and you won't have that moment again. Time and the clock keeps clicking by. Please, in this moment, love your loved ones that you have right now. Love them a little bit longer. We're just passing through this earth. Make your time count. And let's change some people's minds about people that are in addiction. Don't call them names. We're losing 100,000 people. Addiction is the largest death in America. In America is overdose, not car wrecks or airplane. Any other death, not cancer, not any of that. It is overdose. And we must, as a community, come together and please, let's just continue helping and doing what we do. Miss Ashley, can you please again let people know where they can find you, what y'all are doing in the hopes and the help of addiction? And we thank you.
Yeah, you can give us a call at 614-980-2824. And something else I forgot to mention is every Monday at a ministry called Feed My Sheep on the west side of Columbus at 1 o'clock, we do open intakes. So any women can come in there, and it's at the corner of Broad and Oakley. And so I think a lot of people might be familiar with Feed My Sheep over there. They serve every Tuesday. They serve a meal and Saturday. But we do open intakes every Monday at 1 o'clock there. So you can come in. You don't have to call. You can just show up. And we'll do a face-to-face interview that day. If you are accepted, we'll bring you in the same day. So you can go that route, or you can email me at apatton, Patton, at thecovering686.org.
Oh, Miss Ashley Patton, you are truly a blessing in the fight of addiction. I cannot thank you enough, ma'am, for giving us your time today, all of your knowledge, all of your help. You are truly a phenomenal lady, and we just thank you so much in everything you're doing. Thank you so much, and you're always welcome to join us anytime. Again, we thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Peggy.
And is there anything else, ma'am, that you would like to add? Anything else you would want to say?
I don't think so. Nope, I don't think so. I just want to say thank you, and we will be praying over the radio station.
Thank you so much. And if anyone wants to send a donation to help, we are here at LLR Ohio. Y'all can also tune in, watch this recording tonight at LLR, the B-Sides. We're Healing with Miss Peg, and we are on YouTube as well. If anyone wants to donate to the stations, any and everything is appreciated. We continue the broadcasting, and we buy bottles, cases of water, and everything is taken and given back to the community. We truly appreciate any and everyone's help for everything they do in the help of addiction. Again, that is Cash App at $DJB Lethal 1 LLC. Thank you for all and any support. It is greatly appreciated. Again, anyone that is fighting with addiction, know that you are not alone. Here at Autumn's Way, we have 1,000 programs numbers. Miss Ashley Patton is with the Covering. They are in Circleville, Ohio. Please reach out to them at 614-980-2824. And Miss Ashley will be giving your information each and every Tuesday night here on Autumn's Way Through, helping others. Everyone, please stay blessed. Tune in. We are here every Tuesday night. Again, we thank you. Everyone, stay blessed. And thank you always, DJ B Lethal and Linda's Legacy radio stations. We will continue the fight.
It's your boy DJ B Lee, coming from the 614, repping that O, no matter what the zip code, on the Tattoo Shop Radio. You dig?
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back to Healing with Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy. Miss Peggy.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome to Healing with Peggy
Welcome back.
Yeah, man, how you doing? You good? I know you like that.